The name of the energy game is all about knocking you out of alignment with the frequency of your dreams and your desired reality by getting you to fight with yourself by waking up every morning, bringing into the new day all of the old trash from the past, from yesterday and all the yesterdays before. Whatever they got to get you to do it to yourself, they're going to do it again. So that's why you keep filling your head with the same scenarios. If you're fighting, arguing, bickering, squabbling, all of this nonsense, you know, nothing but quarrels and struggles and hassles and complications and delays, fighting your inner demons instead of starving them of what they require, which is your fear, your negativity, your anger, your doubt, battling external darkness, external evil from others, assimilating their negative emotional energy and all of their emotional baggage, and then having to deal with that by fighting internally, which creates conflict, which arises within you from this, and that's what knocks you out of alignment. You see how it works? And then you tune into social media, and it's just more of the same stuff it has been for the last 100 years or so. Fighting and arguing, chaos, controversy, adversarial rivalries, he said, she said, nonsense and noise, gossip, drama, all of the stuff that lowers your vibration and knocks you out of alignment with becoming a master manipulator of energy. Everything is done by design, deliberately, carefully, specifically contrived to do exactly what it's doing to you and for you to do what you're doing to yourself. Getting you to become transfixed upon and preoccupied by negativity in all of its forms, facets, factions, and areas of life. This is why you're not manifesting. This is why nothing is working for you. Because you're not a vibrational equivalent to the things that you feel you deserve. It's just common sense. And yes, this guy right here is just as guilty. And then when things don't go your way, what happens? You get PO'd, you get angry, discouraged, disgusted, upset, frustrated, enraged, infuriated. How come this is happening to me? Then you get the victim mentality, and then all of it kicks in again. It's always cyclical. It's always looping. It's a circuitous argument that you're having with yourself. You just got to say, listen, I'm not going to be a pawn in some reptilian satanic mind game. This is a mind trap. This is a mind virus. And I'm not going to be contaminated by it anymore. I'm not going to fight with people. Negative people are your teachers. Positive people are blessings. It's just cool. Think of it this way. Negative people are lessons, and positive people are blessings. Think of it like that. Don't become these individuals, negative people. Learn from them and thank them for being thank them for being your teachers. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because now it's time to grow, and in order for you to do that, you've got to go. You got to move yourself from where you are, not just physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, everything, metaphysically, wherever you are in your life that's keeping you stuck or trapped, which by the way, you're not stuck and trapped. That's just another illusion. But anyway, you just have to stop fighting these things. Let go of the rope, and there will be no tug of war. It's the best way that I could put it. I mean, there's a lot of crazy things going on in the world right now because these small group is trying to take over the world and rip open portals and multidimensional creatures and block out the sun's abilities to give Earth life and grow things, and it's not going to work. It's a veiled attempt at best. It's pathetic, actually, what it is. If they think they're going to counteract the forces of nature, which when you say nature, when you say the universe, you say the earth, you say source, God, creator, consciousness, whatever name you want to use. But that is the truth. So there's no need or reason to get upset or crazy. You're going to hear a lot of the same stuff that I did when I was a kid. The end of the world, that's it. We're in the final days. The Bible prophesies this. This is Revelations. You're going to hear all of it. The Bible is nothing but predictive programming written by the same that are controlling this. It's the same lineage, the same bloodline. The only difference is the age. This was a few thousand years ago, the King James Version, 1611, a few hundred years ago. It's the same bloodline. It's the same story, folks. They're not going to change it. Why? Because you don't change. Why? Because you mostly cannot think for yourself. You're solely dependent on them for everything. You don't have natural survival skills anymore. You can't go into the woods and build a shed or a cabin and live off the land and off the grid. You don't. Most of you are just not designed like that, especially the newer generations, that you are so disconnected from God. The farther away from source, the more degraded the connectivity and receptivity until you have 100% latency. And that's what we have here. None of you are connected to source. You're connected to Apple, Microsoft, and Google. And you're connected to TikTok and social media and your technological addictions, your cell phone, laptop, tablet, your video games, your movies, all of that stuff. That's your God. Money is your God. You are so fractured and so disconnected and so drawn away from spirituality and the divine that now this is what you have before you. This system has become your God, and this is what they've been doing to you. Do you honestly think they've been telling you for years to binge watch Netflix and order Chinese food for no reason? Come on, folks. AI is going to make you guys obsolete and then extinct. You're not on their calendar. They don't need you anymore. What they want to do is take the populations from 9 billion to under 1.5 billion, because that's how they can control you. They cannot control you in these great numbers. That's their plan. If you don't believe me, look up UN Agenda 2030. That's United Nations Agenda 2030. Look it up. Anywho, stop fighting. Just wake up and be happy for everything you do have. And I'm just as guilty. I do it sometimes myself. I had all these plans and all this stuff, and nothing worked out. And I knew I was being deliberately blocked by something unseen, some formless, non-physical force of nature that was blocking every single attempt that I was making at trying to get things to go my way. But obviously the universe knows better, so just let that happen. But don't fight with yourself, and do not allow them to get you to do it to yourself, because that is your greatest nemesis. That is the greatest culprit. You are the catalyst of your own demise. You wake up, and the first thing you do, grab your cell phone. You start filling your imagination, which is not imaginary, with all of the toxic, energies from these streams of broadcast that are coming through that portal, aka your phone, your tablet, and just saturating your subconscious mind with it. And it's lowering your vibration. And see, what happens is when your body falls asleep, your soul departs the earth, and it comes back with information and knowledge and wisdom and instructions to help the mind break away from the matrix. But if the first thing that you do is grab a cell phone, you are negating everything the soul just did the night that you were unconscious in your slumber. So the soul comes back from dream state with bringing all of these gifts to the mind, saying, look, I've got a way to help you. I can not only raise your vibration and make you healthy again, but I can disconnect you from your lower, slower self, help you to plug into the higher self. You can have everything you want, all your dreams, all your manifestations, your reality, your desires, all I can give it to you. And the mind is just like, here's a middle finger for you. I'm going to stay stuck to the thing that's killing me from the inside out. I'm going to wake up, I'm going to grab my phone, I'm going to repeat the cycle over and over again, because I'm programmed to do it, and I'm not going to allow you to help me help myself. Just like that movie, Jerry Maguire, he says, I can't help you if you don't want me to help you. Like he said, help me help you. Help me help you. Can't do it. The mind is just, it's stubborn, and it's saturated with programming. Once you can break the mind away from the lower, slower ego self and detach from that system, that's when the magic is going to occur. Plug into your higher self. There's no fear, no doubt, no chaos, no envy, no illusions. It's just divinity, simplicity, and purity, man. It's nothing to do with religion. Religion is not divine. Religion is unholy. Religion is the most evil of all evils. The Bible has nothing to do with anything other than crowd control, mind control, manipulation, and also, domination of the newer generations. Not only of their mind, but of their body. And of course, their bank accounts as well. That's why religion has more money than any other corporation, because it's tax exempt. And religion is the bane of God. It is the nemesis of heaven. It is the most evil of evil. If you want to speak the root of evil, religion is the root of evil. And everybody associated with it. Everybody associated with it. Because they don't know any better. They're feeding it. When you go to a church or a synagogue or a mosque, they're harnessing your energy. And you're getting to be they're getting you to do to yourself self-sabotage, and at the same time you are manifesting their agenda, whatever it is. And look what you have here. You have it's indicative of how disconnected you are from the universe, from source, to what's going on in the world right now. So I'm not going to keep covering this stuff. It gets real boring. But anyway, just don't keep fighting your inner demons. Just transmute them into your ally by not feeding them your fears and your aggravations, your negativity and your darkness. Because without darkness, there is no light. There are many levels of darkness, only some of which are evil. And it's necessary. Because rest assured, if it exists, it has a purpose and reason for being. Source didn't create it for nothing. You know, like people say, why do mosquitoes exist? I don't understand. They just kill people. Well, maybe that's because of population control. You know, you have natural disasters, you have tidal waves, hurricanes, you know, tsunamis, tornadoes, and such. This is what keeps the populations in check. Because if human beings were left unchecked, they would explode in numbers, and then they would deplete and exhaust the natural resources of the earth, leaving nothing for anyone, and then everyone would be dead. Rest assured, God has a plan for everything. You got to keep the numbers low. That's the reason why this clique is doing what they're doing to people. It's depopulation, man. You know, you have now been disconnected from source because they trained you to stay away from God. You don't even type the name God. When people sneeze, they don't even say God bless you anymore. They don't even say anything anymore. You could literally have blood exploding out of your eyes, and people are just going to pretend that like you don't exist. They're just going to keep looking at their cell phone. I remember one time back years ago when a friend of mine used to go to a famous coffee house a lot, and he said something very profound. He said, let's go to Starbucks so we can watch the people stare at their laptops and ignore each other. And I'm like, oh my God, that is so true. It's so true. So this has been going on for years, folks. I've seen this 40 years plus, but specifically for the last, I'd say, 25 years, more intensely. It's increasing in intensity and severity and magnitude as far as upping the game and their campaign and their agenda and all that garbage. Oh, absolutely. Now that they're right at the threshold of what their breakthrough. They think that everybody's going to become acclimated to Satanism and pedophilia. That's what they're hoping for. That you can get the society to acclimate to things that we're slowly introducing into the social media content stream. That's what they want. For you to be comfortable with you having sex with a newborn and then sacrificing that newborn by killing it with knives and then eating it. That's what they want you to do. Because that's what they do. That's exactly what they do. And before they kill the child, the baby, the infant, the newborn, they make it as afraid as possible because this cranks up the adrenaline, which is adrenochrome, and they drink the blood, which gives them the fountain of youth nonsense. This is their life extension technology. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, that's the last of all that stuff. But please do yourself a favor. When you wake up today, don't fight yourself. Stop beating yourself up over the things that didn't go right and just see a brand new path. God gave you a reset today. You've been given a brand new chance. This is it. Don't ruin it. Don't keep, dragging the baggage and the luggage from yesterday's garbage and drama into today. It's just going to poison it and kill it. And your life will be a broken record, just like the movie Groundhog Day with Bill Murray. You're going to wake up every day the same. It's going to look like some sort of like anomaly. It's going to feel like a broken record reality. Like my life never changes. Why is that? Because you're not changing. The universe will always concur with the dominant vibrational alignment of whatever frequencies you're transmitting. I've said it before. Nothing to do with the law of attraction. Everything to do with the principles of activation. Become a frequency, and you're going to see it unfold before you. And yes, I'm as guilty as everyone else. Because I'm human, I make mistakes, and I realize it. But I also gift myself the treasure and blessing of forgiveness and say, okay, I got it wrong. I'll get it right this time. How do you get it right? Don't make the same mistakes you made in the past. Don't keep following patterns. When you follow patterns, everything stays the same. To continue the same behavior and yet expect a different outcome is insane. Create new designs of being, seeing, thinking, doing, acting, behaving, conducting yourself in life. And that's when things change. Because now you're unpredictable. You're unpredictable. And the system can't control unpredictability. It can only control things that are predictable. That's why they give you predictive programming. You ever wonder why when you watch television say, we now return you to our daily scheduled programming already in progress? It's programming for a reason. They're programming you. And I call it tell-a-vision, television. We're telling you a vision and we're programming you with it. Same thing with all the other mind control stuff they're doing to you. Like when you say you're going into social studies, years ago they used to call social studies. Now it's called history class. His story. It's just all made up. Slavery, Christopher Columbus, all that nonsense. None of it ever happened. It never happened that way. If you were to find out actually how slavery really happened, you would never look at Roots the same way. Roots by Alex Haley is a work of fiction, by the way. None of that happened. None of that happened. There's nothing even realistic about that farce. Only designed to do what it does, to get people to be divided. Duality, which doesn't exist. Dual nature exists, but not duality. But anyway, stop fighting yourself. Let go, and just let the universe help you help yourself so you can get yourself out of where you don't want to be and help you to get to where you do want to be. It's all about trust and faith, hope, belief, but even more so, it's about knowing that you already have it. And yes, this guy also right in the boat with you. Because your mind is like, I don't trust this, I don't know, this doesn't seem like it's going to work. It's going to come up with a million scenarios why it's not going to work. And it's going to give you a gazillion excuses why not to do it, and it will not provide you with one single reason why you should. And that is the wonderful brain that is connected to that system for you, folks. You gotta disconnect from this stuff. It's killing you from the inside out. Have a blessed day.